This is from the group at the International Resource Center at the U.S. Embassy in Bujumbura. Thank you, Bujumbura. How can students tailor their essays to an institution's application requirements? Excellent question. You know, to what extent do you have leeway in going broad or tailoring? Can we start with you, Karen?
I think the main thing here is really pay close attention to what that individual school is asking for. So read their instructions very carefully. If they offer you a choice of prompts, pick the one that you think is most relevant to you, or where you can really highlight your positive qualities the best. Sometimes there will be one essay that works for you more than the others, and to really go with that. But I think the bottom line is read the instructions very, very carefully. And if you have questions or doubts about something, reach out to the admissions counselor, and that person will absolutely be happy to help you. This could be a great way to start the relationship with that person. Reach out to them, and you've got a question in hand, and then you can start getting to know them.
That's excellent advice. So basically, all good questions, reach out, be confident, don't hesitate to ask. Murphy, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think the only thing I would add to that is if you're applying to a specific program on campus or a particular major, definitely be aware if there are any additional steps that are required of that program or major. One example that I can think of is our University Honors Program on our campus. If you're a student who really likes a liberal arts approach to education and wants to sit around a conference table and learn through dialogue, it could be a good fit for you. And so we're going to want to see an additional essay that has you speak a little bit to the tenets of that particular program. So I would just be aware of that. I think, again, that main personal statement, that main essay should be about you generally, rather than trying to fulfill any sort of requirements of the application process. But just be aware that if you're applying to any specific programs or majors on campus, there might be additional sort of supplemental essays that you might have to answer to. I would also note that for schools that do have a supplemental essay, again, it's a great opportunity for you to make that connection between you as an individual and the institution to which you're applying. And it's pretty much the only opportunity we have throughout the application process to make that connection, that very firm connection where you are actually able to say, GW, this is the place I want to go, or whatever institution you might be applying to. So my advice there is not waiting until the last minute to craft that supplemental essay. We often will see a discrepancy between the main essay, which is very well crafted and fine-tuned, and then the supplemental essay, which maybe was saved for last and came together at the 11th hour. So we want to make sure that the writing is consistent throughout the entire application, and you're using that really fantastic space to express your interest in that university.
Thank you. So procrastination is always the enemy,
yeah,
I think, for all of us. Susan.
Yeah, hi, thank you. Yeah, I definitely think with the essay, it's important. Remember, this is a time a lot of institutions use a holistic review. This is a time for us to find out more about you. As a creative arts institution, we want to learn a little bit more about what you've been doing in the field. If you're interested in music, what have you actually done? And if you could add components of that into your essay, it's only going to be, it's going to only enhance your application to the institution. We also want to see if it is a supplemental essay, which we have quite a few of them, and most performing arts schools probably do have supplemental essays. We want to, it's almost like a resume. We want to get an idea of what you've been doing in the field. So yeah, definitely make sure you know what institution you're applying to. Make sure you are using the essay as an area where you can round out who you are as a person, going beyond the academics. And yeah, focus on the creative arts. If that's something that you're applying to, we want to see in your essay reference to the music you may have been doing, or to art or illustration or game design. So yeah, just double check with the essay requirements. Talk to the admissions officers if you have any questions as well.
Thank you very much, Susan. I mean, so, bottom line, do your homework. Students have to do their part as part of this process. And of course, that is part of the purpose of Education USA around the world, is to help students do that homework and find the right fit for, the right institution among all the thousands of accredited institutions in the United States. So thank you.